Hey traders, hope you had a fantastic week and happy holidays. This is Ruben with Financial United. As you guys saw in the title, this is going to be the review of Guerrilla Trading. And just to start off, I would like to just say this is in no way, shape, or form any statement of fact. This is simply just my views and experiences in regards to that community. Guerrilla Trading was a community that was founded a little bit over 2 years ago by Joshua Bunker. And it is a purely price action driven strategy with most of the trading being done, actually all of the trading being done on the 1 hour time frame with no indicators. It is just pure price action on a naked chart. And this style of trading is mostly swing trading. The backbone of the strategy consists on the two entry types, which are mostly continuation patterns. One of them can be used as a reversal. It's going to be the bomb. It's just a flag. And the bullet is a break and retest. Now this is the one that can be used both as a continuation pattern and as a reversal. It depends on the setup. Once a setup is starting to present, we go backwards and analyze the price action to see whether or not this fits your personal trading style based on the data that you've collected during a lot of backtesting. That is the one thing I want to get right out of the gate. Guerrilla trading is very data intensive. It is going to take you a lot of years of backtesting, bar by bar, not literal years, in order to acquire all the data that you're going to need in order to build a trade plan. And you're going to be looking at data from 2018 and 19. The content is delivered to you in two ways. One is going to be your main website, where you're going to get all the videos, and the second one is going to be in the forums. Now, the website itself is going to be broken into several sections. Your basic is going to consist on the basic information about the forex market and the general gist of what to do and how to go about it. The next part of it is going to be the special ops. When we get into the special operations of things, you're going to start getting a little more in-depth about what the strategy is about and how to read it. The next part of the content is going to be the two entries itself, both the bomb and the bullet. Both of those will be broken down into the introduction, where you're going to see diagrams drawn out, and the second one is going to be actual examples in the market. Guerrilla has monthly meetups in where we have a guest speaker or presenter, which is usually a member of the community, and they're going to present a certain topic like how to backtest, how to journal, and any other piece of information which they would like to share to the community to help improve the overall experience. The forum is sectioned off into your usual introductions, off-topic, resources, FAQs for any general questions that you might have. It also has a virtual trade floor in which you can discuss certain trades as they're happening or after the fact. Now below this, it is a section called Silverbacks. Now the Silverbacks is the group of funded traders of Guerrilla Trading. These have their own section of the forums with the general trade floor and their own resources, which leads you to our next point. A few months ago, Guerrilla decided to section off the forums into 3 different categories. One is going to be the new traders, which is going to be Tier 1 beginners, chimpanzees. The next is Tier 2, gorillas, and then Tier 3, which is going to be the silverbacks. Now the chimpanzees, they have access to one Zoom call a week, in which you can ask general questions about anything that you might be struggling with. Once you move on to the gorilla, you'll have access to a second call. The community itself is fantastic. Every member goes out of their way to answer any questions, and for me personally, everybody was there at every step of my journey, from the most simple questions to when we started getting to more advanced topics. There is always a member who has the knowledge and who's willing to share that with you, and I think that is an excellent trait that Guerrilla Trading has. Now, once we started getting more into the advanced questions, we're going to start getting more interaction with the coaches. And any questions that you might have, you can either direct message them, or you can put it up on the forums, and you can check back later. What are the pros of GT? First and foremost, it's going to be the environment. GT does a great job of providing a nurturing environment for you to grow in. The second benefit is that since everybody trades basically the same entry, every single coach trades the exact same way. Now, there will be differences within risk tolerance and whatnot, but there's always going to be variances within the same strategy. But they will both be able to articulate exactly why or why not, and they will demonstrate consistency, which is, I think, is a great trait for Guerrilla Trading. The 1 hour time frame adds a lot of simplicity to something that at the beginning can seem very complex, like it is trading. This also leads to very little discretion, because you're not looking at multiple time frames. You're pretty much sure of what the trend is doing within that time frame. And on top of that, you do get trade recaps by Josh, in which he tells you his outlooks for the upcoming week, and then 2 updates in between that same week in which he tells you what trades happened and if or if he did not get involved in them and why. So we talked about the pros, but as always, there's going to be some cons. And to start off, we're going to talk about the issue that arises from just trading the 1 hour time frame is going to be frequency. Now, me personally, I was involved up to 11 trades in any given month, but that meant that I was relying on maybe 1 or 2 trades that were my big winners, whereas the rest were either break evens or were just absorbed by the losses. So if you miss the one trade that happens that month, you might end the month negative or at break even, which leads into my next topic, trading 24 hours. Now, Gorilla doesn't just trade one session, they trade all hours, which means you will end up trading during the night or at least managing your position since you're waiting for a higher low to move your stops. Now, this can become problematic. I've known a lot of traders that have burnt out from not being able to handle the sleep schedule or not being able to wake up at night. And let's be honest, waking up during the night is not for everybody. I was fortunate enough to be able to be trading with a group of three, which not only backtested with me, but they also took shifts. So we had to come down to shifts in order to make the strategy work. So my final thoughts on Gorilla, I think is a great place to start. It does have its major drawbacks, but in its simplicity, it is very beginner friendly, and it is something that is really going to help you to get a realistic view of the market. Because through their extensive backtesting and whatnot, it's going to give you a great reality into what it is to become a trader. Because it's not just about placing trades, it's about having the discipline and the consistency to be able to take this into a long-term business. And I think Gorilla does a great job of putting that in your mind from a very early stage. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the next review video that is dropping next week.